What was the other thing I was going to say?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Retired Renovators. This is a YouTube channel that my husband and I have put together to document the restoration process of our big brick house in Paducah, Kentucky. And today I want to talk about how we put in the plywood subfloor in the attic. This is the second video in the attic series about framing out the attic and the things that we learned along the way. So come on, let me show you what we've done. So one thing you have to make sure before you put up the floor that the subfloor is strong enough. So as you can see down here, we had to add several additional joists to make sure that the attic could sustain the weight of a whole second floor. It's helpful to check with the building inspector, who will help you decide how much extra shoring up you need to do. Also, if you can see against the wall there, we added hurricane clips all around the rim of the house. While the whole house is exposed, that's the time to do it. And you really need to be looking at those kinds of things. You want to bring your house up to code, even though you're technically not required to if you're renovating an old house. But why not? Why not make it as solid and sound as is possible? When you're figuring out how wide to make your floors, there's a whole bunch of reasons and things that you have to do, but always make sure that your plywood is extended a little more than when your framing is going to be, so it's a lot easier to put the framing in. If you could take just a minute and hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. It helps YouTube know that someone is watching our videos, and it's great for us to know that someone is looking at these. And it's free. We don't come after you. We don't contact you and ask you to buy merchandise or anything like that. So I really appreciate it. Thanks. So I'm sitting in the attic. I just find this whole thing amazing that we were able to figure out how to add an attic to this house. So this is about the subfloor. Also, let me say, when you're laying the subfloor down, it's okay to have some little gaps between the plywood. You also want to make sure that you are laying your plywood down so the seams do not match up. You want them to be varied, so that will help with the squeaking and strengths and so on. And then use screws. Don't use nails. Use screws for a number of reasons, one of which is you'll probably have to move the plywood around a good bit, but also it's just a lot more secure. And you might be wondering how two retired renovators who are tired renovators were able to lug this much plywood up onto the third floor of this humongous house. And one trick that I recommend if you're not a burly construction person is to cut the plywood in half. So we did that. Instead of having 4x8 sheets, we made them into 2x8 sheets, and then we lifted them up between the joists from the second floor to the third floor. So one of us lifted and the other one pulled up. It was a whole lot easier than walking up the stairs sheet after sheet after sheet. Still difficult, there's no question about that, but it was a whole lot easier. So that's what we're all about, trying to figure out ways that we can do things by ourselves and not have to pay someone to do that. So, all right, that's it.